Okay. Now we're gonna do this one more time. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to a Rise and Reignite fitness class. I'm Michelle and today we're doing a stretch and recovery class, which is basically the best class on the planet. For the first 15 minutes, we're gonna focus on working out. In the last half hour, we're gonna focus on stretching out our bodies and making ourselves feel really, really good. A lot of times, so if you're not that flexible, expect some amount of tension there, but it's going to be really awesome. Go ahead and put your hands right on your hips, and we're going to start bringing those hips up, or those feet, whatever they're called, knees up to about hip height. We're not doing anything super strenuous to begin with, just getting those hip flexors nice and warm. You're going to bring your hands up into two fists at either side, and you're going to start pulling it back. And each time you pull back, you exhale out. Again, you're still not bringing that knee up past your hips. Keep breathing here. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Bring your hands forward in front of you. Bring one hand back and then the other hand back. Keep your hands parallel to the ground the whole time as you open up your chest. So we have about a 3-minute warm up. And then we're going to do 3 minutes on arms, 3 minutes on legs, 3 minutes on glutes, and 3 minutes on abs. So the whole purpose will just be to really zing through those workouts, getting that full body nice and warm. At any time, if you need to take a break, go for it. Come down to whatever level you're at. You got 3, 2, last one. You're going to take one big step forward into a nice lunge, pull over to the side. Oh yeah. And then come back up. Go over to the other side, lunge into it and pull up. And so you're just shifting over side to side, getting that full extension in the side of your body and then those hip flexors. Breathe in and out, each shift. All right, we're gonna do 2 more, one on each side. There we go there. Last one, over to that side. You're gonna go ahead and bring your right calf out and then shift all the way down, lift Simba up and switch to the other side. Reaching down and coming all the way up. Getting that pull in your hamstrings, in your calves, feeling super good. All right, we're gonna do 2 more, last one there. 1 more, bring your feet way apart, come side to side, windmilling it, opening up that chest and getting that pull in your hamstrings here. Breathe in and out. So just move from toe to toe. If you need to move deeper, that's fine. If you need to move less deep, that's fine as well, as long as you're getting that pull and stretch in your hamstrings. Last 2. Come all the way up. We're going to go ahead and switch to arms. So come down onto the floor. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to start with push-ups. We're going to do 20 on tempo. Here we go. Take it down, up. That's 1, 2, 3. Use your breath. 4. Pull those abs in. Your chin is away from your chest. That's 7, 8, 9. You are halfway there. Keep pulling in those abs, keeping that back straight. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Check your chin. 7, 8, 9. This is your last one here. Pull up, pull all the way back. Send those arms out in front of you. Breathe in and out. You can always do these on a wall or on your toes. Modify for what feels good for you today. We're going to do 10 pulse push-ups at the bottom of your range. So come all the way down. We're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull all the way back. Pull here, getting that extension in your arms. Breathe one more time. Pull all the way up. We're going to do 5 slow push-ups. So come down, 2, up, 2. That's 1. Down, 2, up. That's 2. So anytime during this, you can always switch to a different position, be it on the wall or on your toes. That's 4. 1 more. Down, 2, up. That's 5. Awesome. You're going to go ahead and bring your hands directly under the ground along with your forearms. Lean your body forward more, and you're going to lift up and down. Up, those elbows come up and bring you down. So this is working out your triceps here. Keep breathing, keep moving. Try to stay controlled as you do this, rather than just falling down on the floor. Try to use those muscles to keep you going the whole time. We got 3, 2, and last one. Awesome. We're going to keep working out those triceps by moving all the way around, putting those feet on the ground. Take those hands, put them on the ground behind you. Lift yourself up, pull yourself back, and start pushing yourself up, 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 up. We're going to do a 20 here, lifting one leg and splitting it halfway. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come all the way down. Feet come forward in front of you. Shake out those arms. Feeling sassy or however your mood is right now. Go ahead and put those arms back. We're going to just finish it off with 20 more. So pull yourself back. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and pull those hands down. Pull those feet. Oh, actually, we're going to stay on the ground to start off with. So bring your one knee down. Lift your leg out. Hand comes down. Arm comes to your side. Start lifting that leg up. Up. And up. Up. So keeping your hips stacked one over the other. Breathe in and out and keep lifting. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold up at the side. You've got pulses right here. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Bring that leg inside. In. We're going to do 5 just like this. 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Awesome. We're going to switch over to the other side. So bring that hand down. Your left knee is down this time. Your leg comes over to this side. Hand comes onto your waist and start bringing that leg up, 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 up. Good. So you're focusing on keeping those hips stacked as you pull that leg up. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold up at the side and a pulse, 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 pulse. Keep breathing in and out. Nice and steady. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg in and out. In, out. 5 more. 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Awesome. You're going to go ahead and plant those hands down on the ground. Tuck those toes under. Lift yourself up into a downward dog and walk in toward those hands. Your head's the last thing to come up. We're going to come into a squat position. So bring your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Sit down, pull up. Sit down, pull up. So just did a lot of work on our inner and outer thighs. Now we're really nailing our front thighs and our hamstrings by coming up and down into this squat. Keep breathing through this. You've got 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Hold down at the bottom and just hold right here. You've got 5 seconds left, just holding, and then we move on to glutes. Breathe in and out. All right, we're going to take it all the way down here to the ground and move on to glutes. We're going to spend the whole 3 minutes in glute bridge, so get ready to feel cheeky. All right, hands come down. Lift your legs up or your glutes up. Squeeze those glutes at the top of your range, and we're going to start by holding here. Get this form right by really pushing those glutes up toward the sky, squeezing together. And then you're going to move those legs out and in, out, in, out, and out, out, out. So those knees are moving out to the side. Keep pushing those glutes together. Keep pushing them up. Breathe as you move through this. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, down halfway, up and up. So you're never touching all the way to the ground. You're only letting yourself go down about halfway and then pushing up, up, up. So your glutes never quite get to relax here, okay? Keep pressing through this. Keep squeezing pulling those glutes together, pushing up at the top of your range. Breathe in and out. A glute bridge is one of the best exercises you can do for your glutes. You will feel the fire, you will feel the burn. That's exactly where you want to be. That's exactly where you want to sit into this. Keep breathing. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold at the top, and pulse, 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 pulse. So right now you've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left in your glute exercise out of 3 minutes, so you're more than halfway done. Those glutes should be on fire. If at any time you need to pause, come down, jump back in when you're ready, go for it. Do what you need to do, but try to stay in the game, okay? It's when you're chasing this burn, when you're chasing this fire, you're gonna get the most bang for your buck. So you got 5, 4, 3, 2, we're gonna isolate one glute at a time, so move right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Each of these movements should be isolating more and more and more. You should be feeling this stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm right here with you. Stay with it. You've just got a 15-minute warm-up workout before we get started with the stretch and recovery. Do what you can where you're at. Right now is when you're feeling like you really want to be done. You've only got 30 seconds left. You've come this far. You can finish it off, okay? You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center, up, 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 up. So you're doing those pulses right there in the middle of your range. You've only got 15 seconds left. This is what's going to take you home with the rest of this glute exercise. Push through. I know it burns. You got this. You got 5 seconds left. Keep going. You're almost there. Last 2, last 1. Bring it all the way down. We're going to give them some sweet relief for a moment. Pull those legs in towards your chest. Believe me, I understand and I know exactly how that feels. I was there with you. Bring your legs up. We're going to move right into abs now. Go ahead and pull them down to the floor. Reach them in, pull them up. Down to the floor. Reach them in, pull them up. So you'll notice my hands are right underneath my glutes. This is to help protect my lower back, keeping my body from curving up when I bring those legs down. If you need to grab a pillow, like a really flat pillow or a towel to put underneath you during this, that's a great option to just help protect your lower back. We're gonna do 2 more. That's 1, down, in, that's 2. Lift it 1 leg at a time, pull it down, and switch, and switch. So big scissors, like you're cutting at an epic ribbon cutting ceremony. And they asked you, would you please participate in our ceremony? And you said under one condition, as long as I can be the scissors. And they said, sure, that's odd, but we'll allow it. And this is what you're practicing for. You've got 1 minute and 40 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring it to a tabletop position. Wrap your hands around your neck. Pull up and up. So again, you're isolating. This movement is coming from your abs, not from your neck, not from your shoulders. It's about your abs crunching, like you're squeezing a ball right there in the center of your body. Use your breath. Exhale as you contract. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, moving to bicycle, extend out your right leg, push towards your left, and switch, 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 switch. So we're moving at a nice clip. Breathe in and out. You've got less than a minute. You got about 50 seconds left in your ab exercise, and then we are just stretching it out. You're not here long. Try to do what you can, okay? If this isn't where your body's at today, you know what? Listen to it. If you got to take a beat, take a step down, that's great. But push through, challenge yourself. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Go ahead and pull all the way up. Feet come down to the ground. Lean back about a 45-degree angle and twist either side. You're allowed to lift your legs up here. Continue to challenge yourself by holding up a little bit higher. You got 10 seconds left. We're just going to end it here. After these last 10 seconds, hold in there for 5 more. You got this. 3, 2, last 1. Awesome. Go ahead and pull all the way down. Let your body collapse onto the ground. Your legs can fold over to the right while your body reaches over to the left. Really good job. That workout is short, but it's brutal, okay? And you just powered through it, feeling really good, feel amazing about what you accomplished, whether you were able to do everything or felt like there were times you didn't know if you could continue. No matter where you're at today, you did great by just coming out. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Lean your body in the opposite direction. Hold there. We're gonna start transitioning now away from that kind of that intensity, that fire that we just held on to for 15 minutes, into something that's more slow paced, that's more centered. That brings us into a time of really being in tune with our body and how it's feeling and sort of sinking in and melting into that. We're gonna flow all the way around onto our hands and knees. And then we're gonna pull back into a child's pose. We're gonna spend a moment breathing here. Think about what you want out of this exercise today, this stretch session. Maybe you've done some stretching in the past few weeks and know there's something you're working on. Maybe you just want to clear your mind. Whatever it is, try to set your mind toward that during this exercise. Go ahead and come up onto your fingertips. Elongate your spine, pushing those fingers just a little bit more forward. Breathe. Those hands come down to the ground. Start inching over to the right side. And while they're over here, you're going to feel a long stretch all along the left side of your body. Use your breath to continue to bring yourself down from that high intensity exercise and start to melt into your body where it's at now. Go ahead and walk those hands through center toward the left side of your body. Oh yeah. Getting that pull now all along your right side body. Come back to center. Lift up onto your hands and knees. And we're gonna pull our back down, caving it down while we lift our head up toward the sky. Pull your ears away from your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and exhale, switching so that your chin comes towards your chest and your back arches up. Add some more movement here as you lift your chin up. You can maybe try shifting back and forward on your knees, or maybe doing some circles with your hips, feeling out where you're tight today. Maybe just shifting your weight side to side, wherever you're at. And then go ahead and bring that chin in towards your chest. Again, feel out this movement, all right? No one's looking at you. No one's thinking about where you're at right now in this exercise. Just listen to your body. Try to feel out where those creaks maybe are, like a house, listening for what's moving, what's shaking. And we're going to come to a neutral position here. And we're going to put our toes right underneath, tucking them in, lifting up into a downward dog. Here, I want you to pedal out those feet. Again, still focusing on that movement. So throughout this exercise, we are going to be working on stretching. That's a very needed part of exercise. It helps give our body that extra jazz to work with. 3 more breaths here, and then come to a neutral position. But if at any time you want to just sit in a child's pose or cool off a little bit. That's totally fine. Do what's feeling good for you today. So you're here in your downward dog. Lift your hips up a little bit higher, pressing your palms to the ground, trying to press those heels into the ground. Start walking those hands in little by little until they come all the way to your feet, and then hang over those legs. Let your whole body drop down toward the ground, the weight of gravity just pulling you down. Feel out where your body's at, maybe where you're still holding tension in your back and your shoulders, or maybe you're still trying to hold yourself up, hold yourself in place. Go ahead and come up slightly so you're in a flat back position, coming into a neutral position. Your hands right on your calves or on your kneecaps. Hold here, and then drop down again. Grab your elbows and sway side to side. And then drop down one more time, all the way, and start rolling out little by little, vertebrae by vertebrae, till you get all the way to the top, and let that head come up, very last thing. We're gonna go ahead and take a wide stance, slightly turn in your toes. Doesn't need to be dramatic here, but it's just to give some extra extension in those legs. Pull up with energy from the ground. So rather than like sinking into it with it, which is easy to do here, try to just elongate yourself as if there's something pulling you up toward the ceiling. Pull your hands up toward the sky, breathing in, and exhale, letting those hands come down. Another big deep breath in, filling those lungs, and then exhale, letting yourself contract. So think of it as an expansion as you breathe in, and then let it all go. Bring those hands to your hips, and we're gonna come down into a flat back position. So shine those sit bones, those glutes back toward the back of your room while you lean forward into a neutral back, neutral spine position. Hold here, and then bring your hands down to the ground and start folding a little deeper. So you can bring those hands in between your feet. You can keep those hands out in front of you. Maybe you can't even reach down today. That's totally fine. You can try grabbing your elbows and letting gravity sort of pull you down through this exercise, or you can just hold on to your knee wherever you're at. Try to challenge yourself, but listen to where your body is and what you need out of today's exercise. Focus on breathing here. Try moving a little deeper. Try adding in a little bit of movement. Maybe feel out how your hips are feeling, or maybe how your hamstrings are feeling. For me, I'm feeling this in the area right above my knees and the back of my legs. But it's different every time. One more big deep breath here. And then we're going to start bringing those hands forward, looping those shoulders up, and then bring those hands to your hips again, to that neutral back position. And start rolling yourself up nice and tall. We're going to go ahead and take those hands, lock them behind us. You can either make a little rectangle with those hands or clasp them entirely. So the difference is here, like a little bit of a rectangle or clasping them. But either way, whatever you're working with today, go ahead and roll those shoulders back, opening up that chest. Look up toward the sky as you pull those arms back behind you. Breathe here. And we're going to start rolling ourselves down, lifting those hands up behind us, come into that flat back position. Take one big deep breath there, and then all the way down. Still reaching those hands toward the sky. Feeling that pull in your shoulders. Breathe in and out. and lift yourself up. First into flat back, come into that neutral back, and then roll all the way up. We're gonna go ahead and take a wider stance. We're gonna come down toward our right leg. So you have some options here to stay up, elevated in this position, or come down further onto your toe or onto your full foot. It depends on your flexibility and where you're at today. You have a few different options. You can keep yourself stable on the ground here, or you can lift your hands up into prayer for some extra balance. Breathe in and out. Go ahead and put those hands on the ground. Sort of monkey crawl your way over to the other side. And again, you have a few different options. Either you can stay up high and just lean into it here, or you can come down deeper, coming down onto your toe or onto your full foot. Whatever your flexibility allows for today, you can keep your hands stable on the ground, or you can bring them to your heart. For balance, breathe in and out. Go ahead and bring those hands to center once again. Monkey crawl your way to the middle and start rotating those feet in little by little, like a cha-cha. Sit down in the center so your feet don't quite come all the way to center, but you're gonna sit down right here. Again, try to sit somewhere where you can balance well. So maybe you're here, maybe your heels are up off the ground. Bring your hands again into a prayer at your chest, slightly pushing at those knees. And you're gonna rock a little bit side to side. Why? Because it looks a little funny. Because you're balancing into this, feeling out your hip flexors. Breathe in and out. And then come back to center. Bring one hand in front of you, one hand behind you. Let yourself come into a seat here. You're gonna pull both legs out to either side. Establish your hands right behind you so that you're sitting up nice and tall. And then go ahead and give yourself a little shimmy forward. So your legs might be super stretched far apart. Maybe they're closer together. Wherever you're at today, go ahead and establish those heels so that they're digging into the earth while your toes are flexing up toward the sky, pointing up straight to the ceiling. Go ahead and take your hands in front of you and start inching them forward. So you're pulling your body forward here at the top, in the center of your range. And use your breath. So with each exhale, pull a little bit closer to the floor. Let those hands come out maybe a little bit further. And breathe. We're going to start walking those hands over to the right-hand side. Taking a gander at that nice looking leg. Lean down over this. You're going to start first by looking straight on at that leg. Try to keep your shoulders square and use your breath to pull deeper down toward that leg. One more big breath here. And then we're going to change it up. You're going to lift your arm up to the side, looking up toward the ceiling while you bend over this leg. So the goal here is to act like there's someone sort of shoving their hand in the center of your back, opening up that chest, keeping you from collapsing down. Breathe in and out. One more big breath. And then we're going to start bringing those hands once again through center, all the way to the other side. Check your feet again. Check that your heels are digging into the ground. Toes are pointed up toward the heavens. And you reach down over this leg. Try to square those shoulders. Taking a good peek at that knee. Use your breath to draw closer. These kind of stretches can be a bit intense. If at any time you need to just go ahead and pull in one leg and focus on one leg at a time, might be too much to have both legs out, might be too much the range maybe that you're going for is a little bit too intense. Listen to where you're at today and what your body needs. And we're gonna go ahead and shift this stretch so that we're pulling that outside arm up and over our body. You're getting that extension all along the side of your body. You're also working on that chest, that back. Peeking up at the ceiling. We're working your way down toward that leg. Breathe here. Check those feet again, digging those heels in, pointing those toes up. And start walking those hands back to center and then in toward the center of your body. We're gonna go ahead and take those legs in. Whew. Yep. Grab those feet to begin with. Readjust yourself sitting down. If you want to do a traditional yoga type thing, you can even start spreading out your glutes manually if that's what suits you today. Go ahead and grab those feet. Sitting nice and tall like there's a string pulling you up toward the sky. And then start leaning down over these legs. Ooh, yeah. Feeling this all in the inner thighs. You've got a good workout today. And breathe. Release that, come up to center, and we're gonna go ahead and switch so that our right leg comes up over our left into a cow's head pose. So we talk about this often because we do this stretch really regularly. It's such a good stretch for your glutes and for your IT band. But again, if this maybe is too much for you, doing a cow's head, a figure four stretch or a lotus stretch or a half lotus stretch, all are really good options to also stretch out these same muscles. So we're just gonna go ahead and lean those hands forward. Oh yeah, start marching it. Oh man, oh baby, it's so good. This stretch all along your glutes and your IT band, all on that outside and back of your leg. Feels like magic. Use your breath, and each breath, fall down a little deeper into this. Reach those hands out a little bit farther. Collapse a little bit more. Let go of whatever you're holding on to. Our legs, thighs, hips. You store a lot of tension there, especially if you're sitting during a desk job. Try to let go of some of that tension, some of what you're holding on to. Try wiggling your toes a little bit just to wake your body up, loosen it up a little bit. Breathe here. One more big breath. And then start walking those hands in. Ooh, that popped. We're gonna switch to the other side. You're gonna go ahead and bring that leg over the other one. So again, you have some options here to move into a figure four stretch, a lotus stretch, or a half lotus stretch, or to come chill with me here in the cow's head pose. Again, you're stretching that area right along and back on your glute and thigh. Then lean forward. Start breathing in and out, pulling closer to the ground. Use your breath. Let your inhales expand your body, and the exhales pull you closer toward the ground. Keep breathing. Maybe try wiggling your toes a little bit to help loosen any tension you're holding on to. Pull a little bit deeper. One more big breath here. You're going to start walking those hands back in toward your body, lifting yourself up and releasing that leg around to the other side. We're going to now move both of those feet out in front of us. Now reach our hands forward toward those legs. So if you're coming here, if your hands are on your shins, if your hands are on your knees, that's good. Otherwise, you can start creeping forward. Dig those heels into the ground again. And pull yourself forward. Maybe your hands can come to the inside soft sole of your foot. Maybe they grab the outsides. Maybe they grab your ankles. Focusing on getting that long extension in the backs of your legs. You can curve your back, bringing your head down toward your knees, getting a stretch in your back. Or you can try to hinge entirely from your hips, changing sort of the direction of that stretch to the backs of your legs. One more big breath here. And peel it up nice and slow. We're going to go ahead and swing those legs back around behind us. Come up onto our hands and knees. Start walking those knees out to the sides so that you're in a place that's comfortable but stretching you. It's an oxymoron if I ever heard one. So go ahead and lean forward a little bit and lean back. So this is working into those hip flexors, into those hips, maybe even into your back and lower back. As you push forward and pull back. Readjust your legs a little bit as you move through this. Maybe they can spread out a little bit further as you push through. All right, we're just going to do a couple more just like this. And then we're going to settle down here at the center, bringing those forearms down to the ground. And our body starts to melt toward the ground too, but our hips stay squared and in line with our knees. Keep those feet on the ground as well. And let your body, your hips, kind of move a little bit closer down to the ground. This is a pose that you can also, like I just did, I clasped my hands and let my forehead rest on top of that. This is a stretch where gravity does the work here. It can be a little intense, working those hip flexors and those inner thighs, even a little bit in the outer glute area. We're just going to sit here a moment while gravity pulls those legs down toward the earth. Take a big, deep breath in and out. And then bring those hands back to the ground. Start moving those knees in and come back into a seated position. We're going to go ahead and pull those toes underneath our, tuck them underneath. So we're going to work out those, flexing those toes. Again, this is another stretch that can get a little intense. We're using all of our body weight sitting down on these toes. If you need to get like a pillow or something or a yoga block to help provide some extra cushion for those feet, that's fine as well. We're gonna start by staying up nice and tall. Hands can come onto your thighs or clasped together, whatever is feeling good for you today. Act as if there's an imaginary string pulling you up toward the ceiling. Your shoulders are nice and down. Breathe in and out. We're going to start by just sitting here. Breathe. You might start to feel this pull in your feet, inch in different directions at your toes. Maybe it's started most intensely in your big toes. Maybe it's creeping up on the inside sole of your feet. Maybe you're feeling it move to different toes, like gradually, like a game of freeze tag, like hitting one person and then hitting the other. But you might just pay attention to where you're feeling the stretch, where you're feeling the pull. And one more big breath here. And then we're going to release those toes. So go ahead and lean yourself forward. Release those toes. Give them a little wiggle. And come into a seated position. So you're going to go ahead and bring your feet into a nice cross-legged position. Take your right hand, bring it up over your shoulder while your left hand comes up to meet it. And pull that arm back, opening up that chest. So maybe your hands don't touch today. That's totally fine. Maybe they do touch. Maybe they can interlock. That's great too. If you want to work toward those hands interlocking and you're a little bit stuck where you're at right now, I would recommend getting a rope or a belt or even just a piece of cloth like an old t-shirt and holding that in your right hand, dropping it down toward your left and start inching your hands up toward that cloth. Do one big breath here. And then switch to the other side. So your hand comes down, your other hand comes to meet it. Opening up that chest. Someone's pushing your back so that you're sitting up just a little bit taller. Again, your hands do not need to touch for this to be an effective stretch. Wherever your body is at today is a great place to be. Breathe one more time here. And drop those hands all the way down. Bring your hands to your knees. And we're going to start rotating our head all the way in one direction toward the right hand side. And then one more time here before moving to the left. Go ahead and come to center. Take your hand on your head on the right side and just pull that shoulder down or that ear toward your shoulder. Don't pull any shoulders. Breathe here. Drop that hand down, switch to the other side. Lovingly grab that side of your face, pull it down. While you do this, take that opposite shoulder and focus on pulling it down toward the opposite direction as your head. Release, come back to center. You're going to find your way onto a flat back position, extending those legs out in front of you. Get comfy here. Take some big, deep breaths in and out. Sorry. Hold that thought. Breathe in and out here. Letting your body relax and melt into the floor. This is where we'll end today. Give me one more big breath in and out. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. I love getting to work out with you. Let me know you came. I love to hear from you. I love to know what parts of you are sore, what parts of you are feeling really good. I hope this was relaxing for you and that my coughing fit didn't ruin it all. Have a wonderful weekend. Subscribe to the channel, find me on Instagram, sign up for the Confidence Challenge, and I will see you again soon. Bye.